Music 24/7 on IndianaSRN. No DJs, no commercials, no repeat song every hour. Music 24/7 on IndianaSRN. Music from past decades and the top hits every day, 24/7. Listen to the weekly Top 20 every Saturday and Sunday. It's Music 24/7 on IndianaSRN, where you're always in the game.
So we're sitting here with the man, Tom Morales. If you want to build culture and grow your business the right way, take a page out of his playbook. You know, Tom's best strength is his ability to be available as a leader. And so I wanted to show you kind of his day-to-day as he walks the floor here at Morales Group.
But I also want them to understand that I'm never not there for them. For the company is a person we call our janitor. And so when we held them in that level of the high esteem and stuff, I think they realize that they're as important as anybody else in this company.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Your hauling or moving project has arrived, and College Hunks Hauling, Junk, and Moving has you covered. Honest. Uniformed. Nice. Knowledgeable. Service. College Hunks Hauling, Junk, and Moving.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorites.
My kid heard that solo!
You see what I did?
Yeah!
Come on! What's wrong with you?
Being a man, you give more. To reach higher. To find more.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on.
From downtown Indianapolis, it is a baseball doubleheader right here on IndianaSRN. We are at Victory Field in the heart of downtown as we get set for game number 1. It is the city championship. It's the Cathedral Fighting Irish against the Heritage Christian Eagles. Again, thank you so much for tuning in to IndianaSRN for high school baseball. I'm Sean Kroll, along with my partner Wes Snyder, and it is the city championship. The number 1 seed Cathedral Irish take on the Heritage Christian Eagles. And no time wasted. We are set to get started right here as Cathedral is in the field. Leading off for Heritage Christian is Asher Thompson. On the mound for Cathedral is their ace, Chris Gallagher. We'll get to his stats in a little bit. Wes, as we saw when he's warming up, he's a sidearmer, so the right-hander is going to have a little bit of trouble trying to find that ball coming out of his hand.
Yeah, and he starts it right off with a strike. Tell you what, Sean, glad we're here tonight. Earlier today, it looked like we had a lot of rain earlier, about 1 o'clock, cleared up, and playing baseball now.
We are, as that's fouled off, and it's quickly 0-2, one of the best, if not the best, minor league facilities in all of the country. And it's nearly 25 years old. Can you believe that?
I can't believe it. Is it really 25 years old? Holy cow. It looks brand new.
It does.
They've done this is up by us, this booth, and everything's been redone. They redid it during COVID, and it's just beautiful in here.
Laced into right center field quickly. Asher Thompson on base. Good start for the Eagles as they look to upset the number 1 seeded Irish.
I tell you what, if you're the Eagles, that's what you wanted, right? I mean, you don't want to. You want to say we're not scared of anything. We're here to play, and we got just as much chance to win as anybody.
We'll get to the lineup here in just a second as Ty Vaughn, the catcher, is set to hit in the number 2 slot, and a little small ball. Quickly, some confusion there. The sacrifice bunt works. I don't know why Steiner didn't throw it on to second base there, but a sacrifice. 2-3 for the out.
You know, the shortstop had went over towards third base and second base, and there was no one on the bag. There was no one. Little confusion there on the Irish defense.
Jason Lewis set to hit for the Irish. We can do the lineup here real quick. Thompson led off. Vaughn is second. Jason Lewis pitching is third. Then you've got Ambrose at first base. Zane Barnett at third. Ethan Baker in left field. Luke Holloway in left field. John Leffler at second base, and Dominic Minitel in right field for Heritage Christian. Runner in scoring position now. That pitch was close.
I was going to say, I was trying to figure out where that pitch was.
That one is in for a strike. We saw Gallagher in the semifinals took on the ace of Covenant Christian, Brock Buckley, and boy, it was a pitcher's duel, and Gallagher was fantastic in that game.
Well, so far this afternoon, he has done nothing but just pound the zone with strikes. Everything has been super close. Even the one pitch that was called a ball looked pretty good.
Both those pitchers pepper the zone with strikes, and umpires love being behind the dish for these guys. Ooh, didn't quite get that, a little bit outside. And that's an adjustment you have to make as both a hitter and a pitcher. We got to see what the zone's like the first couple of batters and then go from there.
Sure. And you just want the umpire to be consistent, right? Whatever he starts out with now, you want to finish that the whole game.
And there is out number 2 As Lewis strikes out, that'll bring up Seth Ambrose, the first baseman. He's hitting .304 on the season. He's got 1 extra base hit, 14 RBIs. He's got, as we like to call, a duck on the pond out there in second base.
Tell you what, if you're Seth Ambrose, put the bat on the ball and just try to get that. If you could somehow get a run this inning, it'd be a lot of that'd be a big confidence boost for Heritage Christian going against the Cathedral Ace. If you could get that runner home somehow.
There's the strike, evens the count at 1. I'm surprised how shallow Camden Jordan is playing in center field.
Oh, wow. He's got him shifted just a little bit to pull as a left-handed hitter, but he is really shallow. He doesn't expect anything over his head.
What would be great here, too, as Gargett holds Thompson on at second, shoot it through that hole there opposite way, and he got the inside strike on that pitch, and now he's down in the count 1-2.
Tell you what, the Eagles better come swinging because he's going to throw strikes. If you're going to stand up there and hope for a walk, it's not going to happen.
Speaking of, there is a base hit up the middle. Going to wave him in, and just like that, it is 1-0 Heritage Christian on a base hit by Seth Ambrose.
What a good piece of hitting there by Ambrose. On a 1-2 count, he choked up just a little bit and got a pitch that caught a whole lot of the zone and just took it right back up the middle. Really good piece of hitting by Ambrose there with a 1-2 count.
And as a coach who happens to be his father, nothing better than going right back up the middle of the box. That's where you want to go every time if you can.
Yep.
Trying to steal second, and I'm telling you what, you are not going to do much on JT Steiner. He is unbelievable. That is the third out of the inning. Barnett will start the next inning at the plate since the caught stealing there. But at the end of 1/2 inning of play, Heritage 1, Cathedral nothing. You are watching Championship Baseball on IndianaSRN.
The car you want, the way you want, at TomWood.com.
Back here at Victory Field, it's time for the bottom of the first. Cathedral coming to the plate against Jason Lewis, down 1-0. The first inning's brought to you by Morales Group. Thank you so much for sponsoring athletics here on IndianaSRN. Let's go through the lineup that Cathedral is putting up by Coach Ed Freege. Leading off and pitching is Chris Gallagher. Hitting second and playing center field is Camden Jordan. Hitting third and playing left field is Reese Kaler. Hitting fourth and catching, you just saw him gun a runner down at second base, JT Steiner. That young man is a freshman. Hitting fifth and playing third base is David Ayers. Hitting sixth and playing second base is Andrew Davey. The DH for Cathedral, batting seventh, is Aiden Muska. Playing first base and hitting eighth is Cade Conlon. And rounding out the lineup, Will Phillips playing right field. And wearing number 7, he is pinch hitting for Caius Gargett, the shortstop. And there's your lineup. Jason Lewis on the mound. He is, I believe it's his 4th or 5th start of the year. 2.02 ERA. He's walked 15, struck out 16. The on base 342. The opponent's batting average 175, as you see the Cathedral starting lineup, and he'll face his counterpart, Chris Gallagher. A lot of lefties in this Cathedral lineup, Wes.
A lot of lefties, and I tell you what, what you want to see here is you hope that Lewis does what Gallagher did and just pound the zone, let the defense play a little bit, and let the defense do the work for you.
Quickly, didn't waste any time. Tough play there for Leffler. Gets through. Oh, and it's botched by Minitel in right field. And that'll allow Gallagher to go all the way to second base.
Well, as soon as I say let your defense play for you, you got an E9 on the first, the first pitch of this half inning.
That does not help, and you've already got a runner in scoring position. And I was just going to say, you got a little bit of momentum by getting a run in the top of the first. Bigger momentum would be going 1, 2, 3 here, but that's not going to happen much anymore.
No, not anymore. I was just talking about let your defense play. If you're Heritage, you can't let extra bases. You can't give up extra bases like that. This is a really good Cathedral team that's going to take advantage of those.
They will make you make plays. And there's a bunt, and it goes foul. That's that wonderful AAA foul line there. We saw it in the game against Covenant Christian where Brock Buckley struck out 13 guys on Cathedral, but when Cathedral got on, they made you make plays. They run. They hit and run. They did all kinds, and that's why they got 7 runs on a night like that. Watch them because their stolen base numbers, they have 125 stolen bases on the year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Ty Bond's going to have to bring his A game tonight.
From the stretch is Lewis. Good pitch there. Makes it 1-2. He didn't offer to bunt on that one.
I tell you what, I'm not sure. You don't want to make the first out at third base, so I don't think here in the bottom of the first inning. He could go, but that would be – you just don't want to make that first out at third base ever.
Well, luckily it's a right-handed hitter, so he's kind of in the way.
Right.
Ty Vaughn, the catcher for Heritage Christian. Jordan's hitting .316 on the year. He's got 17 RBIs. Looking to add to that right here. Couldn't quite get it. Tried to paint the corner. Nice little cat and mouse game out there at second base between Thompson and Gallagher. Trying to hold him close.
Riley, your shot should include the bag at all times.
Got to watch out and hope that pickoff play was close. He looked like he might have been going.
He kind of had him leaning that way, didn't he? He sure looked like he got a little bit bigger lead than what he had on the last pitch. It looked like maybe he was going on that one.
And having Asher Thompson cover the bag, that gives a big hole there for Jordan to try and hit the ball through in the shortstop when he goes to cover the bag. So it wouldn't surprise me to see Freety do a little hit and run here.
Right. Even the count 2-2, Lewis, needs to really kind of concentrate on this hitter. Needs to get this strike.
This is textbook Cathedral baseball right here. Up high. Runs count full.
Now they're doing what I thought they would do. Have the second baseman come in and cover the bag with the right-handed hitter. You would think the second baseman would cover the bag, not the shortstop.
If he was a flamethrower, I could understand the shortstop covering.
Right.
Ooh, dancing around out there. It's breaking his concentration. That's what they're trying to do.
And it's working, right? He was, it was 1-2, now it's 3-2, and now you're going to walk him.
Payoff pitch, and you're right, he did walk him. 2 runners on now for Reese Kaler. He comes up hitting .254 on the year. However, 19 RBIs and has had 2 leave the yard.
So, Sean, what do you think? I mean, this is you got lots and lots of space behind home plate, down the lines. What does that do for these teams as far as probably not used to playing with this much foul territory all season long?
I think it makes a difference in terms of whether or not you decide to go for a baseball, especially with the bullpens being out in open spaces like that. Running up and over the mounds could really cause some havoc on foul balls.
Oh, yeah.
And as a catcher, you got to go anything behind you got to go after because there's tons of space. High and outside for ball 1. And what you're looking for here, sharp ground ball right to second base. Go a little 4-6-3.
Sure. Even if you get really greedy and hit one right to third base and get that lead runner. Have him step on the bag.
Yeah. And, Barnett's playing even with the bag, so hit it right to him. You could get 2 easily. And there's a steal attempt. Couldn't catch it. Both guys steal a base. And now you got 2 runners in scoring position.
There's that 125 team stolen bases coming. You said they were going to do it, and they sure did.
Yes, they will make you make plays.
Lewis all of a sudden is having a tough time finding the strike zone.
Mm-hmm. And it's his concentration on the runners that I think is affecting him.
Without a doubt.
Well, that was a good pitch as he had him swinging.
Took a little bit of something off that one. A little bit off speed and kept it in the zone and got a strike.
Well, 2-0, Kaler was looking to lift and separate there. Couldn't quite catch up to it. Off-speed pitch. Bad release point on that one.
Yeah, he was, Tell you what, the Eagles just probably want an out right here. A fly ball, something that's not going to score a run, strike out. Just get that first out of the inning, get the monkey off your back.
Instead, it's another walk, and the bases are now loaded with nobody out here in the top of the first. And this is the last guy you want to see. That's J.T. Steiner. He had a very good semifinal game against Covenant Christian.
And you say this guy's a freshman.
He is a freshman, yes.
I tell you what, he threw Seth Ambrose out at second base in the top of the first inning like he might have been a freshman in college.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a cannon.
That's how good he is. He was 2 for 3 with a couple RBIs, and both were extra base hits. So in at the corners.
That's 2 for 3 against probably one of the best pitchers in the state.
Yeah, yes. And Coach Freege has got to be excited to have this young man for 3 more years as 1-0 the count. Didn't get the call there, 2-0, and now he's looking to do some serious damage here if he gets anything close to the strike zone.
Yeah, Lewis has no place to put him.
And it's 3-0. Now here's my question. With a hitter like Steiner, do you take 3-0 or are you swinging away?
I tell you what, it's the bottom of the first. You're down 1-0. I give him the green light and just try for a big inning. You're the favorite. You're supposed to win this game anyway. And I think they like to be aggressive.
Well, let's see what happens. And just like that, it's ball 4, 3 straight walks for Lewis, and a run scores.
And we will never know if he had the green light or not. That one bounced up there, bounced in front of the plate. Nice stop by Vaughn to maybe save another run there.
So now we're tied at 1, and Coach Ambrose is already out to the mound. We'll see what he's going to do here. Settle his young pitcher down.
And still no outs.
Still, yes, still no outs.
Tell you what, the one thing that you can't do, walk the bases loaded. You have 3 walks in a row. If you're Heritage, that's the one thing you can't do.
That is true. We got a courtesy runner. For those of you that don't know, anytime a pitcher or catcher gets on base, they get a courtesy runner. Courtesy runner for Cathedral, I can't tell if it's 32 or 35. We'll say 32 is Nick Foster, 35 is Alexander Wright, so we'll give them both a little love here. And again, no place to put David Ayers, 323 on the year, 5 extra base hits, 10 RBIs, and another lefty. Good pitch.
So what do you figure that Coach Ambrose told Jason Lewis out there here in the bottom of the first inning with the bases loaded and nobody out?
I'd rather give up hits than walk runs in.
Yeah.
Make him earn it. That one's up a little high. Lewis is a senior, so I imagine he's been in situations similar to this before.
Yeah, that was another one where that release point, it looks like when he's throwing an off-speed pitch, his release point is off just a little bit, and it's really making him struggle finding the zone.
Nice pitch there. Had him out in front. 1-2 the count. A strikeout would be large right now.
Yeah, it'd be huge.
Again, first inning brought to you by the Morales Group.
Just getting an out for the Eagles is, like we said, they had some momentum coming into this bottom of the inning. They just want that out.
That was a good off-speed pitch, and it trickles by. There's going to be a play at the plate, and he scores. There's that hustle by Camden Jordan. Other runners advance, too. Wow, that's going to be a tough one. Is that a wild pitch, or is that a pass ball?
I tell you what, I'm not so sure they shouldn't appeal if he swung at that one. I mean, that was a good off-speed pitch. He offered at that a little bit. I'd try to appeal that one to the third base umpire there and see if he actually went around and get your strikeout. But to answer your question, I think that was a pass ball.
I would agree with you on that. 2-1 Cathedral. Still nobody out. Up and away. Evens the count at 2. And with all this going on, the fielders now have to be aware that first base is open. There's no force play anymore. Right. And there's a ground ball to second. Up with it is Leffler over to first. Another run scores, but Ayers gets an RBI on it. And it's 3-1 Cathedral.
Good thing for Heritage, you get that first out, get that monkey off your back, so to speak, a little bit, and hopefully now you can settle down a little bit. You've only got one runner out there, third base.
3 runs on 1 hit. Andrew Davey at the plate, second baseman. Strike there. He's hitting .259 on the season, 1 extra base hit, 7 RBIs. Do you think Coach Frigie might squeeze here?
It would not surprise me a bit. You're getting into that part of the lineup. That's probably a good idea to do that. Oh, boy.
Uh-oh. That one's a wild pitch, and the run scores. First 4 batters reach. First 4 batters score for Cathedral.
Well, for Heritage, we've seen 3 walks, an error, a pass ball, and a wild pitch.
Only 1 hit.
Only 1 hit.
And 4 runs. Those will make you lose your hair if you're a coach.
Are you saying I look like a coach?
No. I was thinking of the coach, Keith Myers. Tough play. And, nice job by Minitel. Had a tough time reading it off the bat. Had to come in and dive for it, but made the catch.
What a great catch by Minitel. Sean, we've seen Heritage play a lot this year, and we haven't seen Dominic Minitel play a lot of innings, but what a great play there in right field by him.
Well, and the overcast sky sometimes makes it difficult to read to get the ball. If it gets up in the clouds, it's hard to see, so fantastic play by Minitel.
We got a little action over in the Heritage bullpen already.
Aiden Muska, the DH, will step up to the plate. Fouls it out of play. You see a number down there?
32.
That's Alex Heiska. If I have the numbers correct, or I believe that is the case. He's a sophomore. That's ripped in the gap, and that's going to be a tough play. What hustle by Baker to flag it down for the out. Great catch by Baker. Well, you got 4 runs on 1 hit, couple of errors, nobody left on base. You're watching championship baseball in IndianaSRN.
2 really good plays to get their last 2 outs.
Looking for a great family experience? Well, look no further than Indy's best campground, KOA Indianapolis. RV sites, tents, cabins, and glamping. It's just minutes away. The kids will love the new splash park, horses, and summer activities. Whether you're roasting marshmallows around the campfire for gooey s'mores, enjoying our amazing pizza delivered to your site, or hand-dipped ice cream. Don't forget to visit our gift shop boutique where you'll find supplies of all your gift and camping needs. Go on KOA.com to book or call us at 317-894-1397. Mention IndianaSRN for a free bundle of fireworks.
1 inning down here in the city championship game in the Cathedral Irish with a 4-1 lead over the Heritage Christian Eagles. And thoughts from inning number 1, Wes? We kind of saw some quick momentum from Heritage getting a run against the number 1 Cathedral, but boy, they came back and got 4 runs with only 1 hit.
Yeah, I tell you what, if you're Heritage, you can't do that, right? You had 3 walks, an error, a wild pitch, and a pass ball, all in that bottom of the first inning. And if you want to hang in this game and hang tough with the number 1 seed, you're going to have to clean that up just a little bit.
Barnett, Baker, and Holloway set to come to the plate for Heritage Christian. Second inning is brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment in Fishers. If you're looking to get a John Deere, that is the place to go. A little bit low for ball 1.
Now, on the other hand, if you're Gallagher, your team's just got you a 3-run lead. Now really just throw some strikes.
And he just did. I remember in the game against Covenant Christian, it rained a little there too. And he had one where, as he's swing and miss there, he comes off, when he finishes his motion, he comes off to the right. His foot got caught, and he just bit it on the mound. But he threw a strike, which was even funnier. Oh, a little nubber off the hands. Tough play. Unassisted there by Conlon for the out.
I don't feel that we see a whole lot of side-arming submariners in high school.
No. I would agree with that. Ethan Baker, one of the great plays in the outfield to end the inning there. The lefty takes strike one. He's hitting .333. Got 6 RBIs on the season. Heritage wearing their black tops and white jersey. Just slapped it the other way. Gargett up and over. Got him. Close play. Nice speed.
Yeah, Baker was. We saw that speed out there on the catch in the bottom of the first inning. He's hustling down the line. You love to see that. I'm sure Coach Ambrose loves to see that.
Nice play by Gargett, and that'll bring up Luke Holloway, left fielder. He's hitting .381 on the season. He's got 1 extra base hit, 7 RBIs.
Tell you what, not only does Gallagher throw a lot of strikes, he doesn't waste a lot of time in between pitches. That catcher gets the ball back to him, he's ready to go.
And if you're a fielder, you love that because you're ready to go. Let's go. Let's move it. I want to stay on top of things. I want to stay engaged, and it makes the game go quick. You love it. That's right to the second baseman. He goes to his right, does Davey, and that will be 4-3 on the putout. 3 up, 3 down for Gallagher and the number 1 Irish. They got 8, 9, and 1 coming to the dish. In the bottom of the second, you're watching Championship Baseball on IndianaSRN.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
We are headed to the bottom of the second here at beautiful Victory Field in downtown Indianapolis. It's baseball on IndianaSRN. This is game 1 of 2. This is the city championship, Heritage Christian and Cathedral. Half an hour after this game is over, it is the county championship where Lawrence North is taking on Brebeuf Jesuit. Stay tuned, IndianaSRN, for that game as well. Bill Ludlow and Keith Myers on the call of that game. Here it's Wes Snyder along with myself, Sean Crawl, Jerry Collins, the producer, Chance Middleton, and Riley Thomason, cameraman. Doing a great job so far.
Tell you what a nice night for baseball. You know, the rain's held off. Hopefully, I know as we go longer into the evening, better chance of rain. Hopefully we get that second game in as well.
There's just no place better to be than at the old ballpark. Lewis set for second inning of work, and that was tagged but foul. Conlon put a charge into that one.
What's that? Is it 3? What's it say? 320?
I think it's 320 down the left field line, but it's 418 to dead. I mean, in the center field, right field line, it's short too. But he was looking to take a jog.
If that's 320, he hit that about 360, I think.
He got a pitch he liked. He didn't miss it. Just a little bit ahead of it.
But I tell you what, if you're Jason Lewis, all that means is strike one.
Yep.
That's it.
No harm done. That one's low.
Lewis is just struggling with that off-speed pitch. He just can't get the right release point, it looks like. It's almost like kind of he's holding on to it a little bit too long. And he's just struggling to get that off-speed pitch over the plate.
You can see they're expecting Conlon to pull as the shift is on. 3 fielders to the left of second base.
Tell you what, you've got Baker playing shallow in center, but then out in left they're really deep. It's a weird kind of defensive setup there.
I'm sure he probably took a couple steps back after that first pitch too. Well, what I think is interesting is you've got Ambrose playing straight up at first base, so there's a huge gap there in the second base hole. Coming back up at us. I'm sure Keith was diving behind Debbie on that one.
So, yeah, you've got the second baseman, Leffler, playing over on the shortstop side of the ball, but Ambrose playing, straight up on first base where he normally play.
Ooh, try to get the strikeout. Couldn't quite get the pitch there. Runs the count full. See, I'm the type of hitter, never had any power. I'd be licking my chops with all that open space on the right side.
Oh, yeah.
I think Conlon just wants to hit it somewhere really, really hard. Payoff pitch here from Lewis. There's another one. Did he get enough of it? It's out of here. Home run on his second try. This one he managed to keep fair, and it is 5-1 Cathedral on a long ball by Cade Conlon.
Boy, he hit that one a mile. He got all of that. Really good piece of hitting there by Conlon.
My goodness.
He just missed it on the first pitch of the at-bat, and he was waiting to get that pitch again, and he didn't miss it that time.
He was bound and determined. And as soon as he hit it, I'm sure he said, "Ladies and gentlemen, please put your trays in the upright position." We're about to take off here. That'll bring up Will Phillips, the right fielder.
What a great experience to be able to say you hit a home run at Victory Field.
You did. That one's popped a mile high. Let's see who's going to get that one. Looks like the center fielder's coming in. And he did. Baker caught it. I think Thompson had a hard time seeing that one. We've talked about kind of, the gloaming that's here as the sun is behind the clouds with all the overcast sky. It's kind of hard to pick up some of the baseball.
Yeah, a good thing Baker covers a lot of ground out there. I mean, we've seen him a couple times now, really get some good jumps on the ball. And because, I don't think Asher Thompson saw that one really ever, and I don't think he was going to catch it if Baker not been there.
It's probably one of the reasons why Coach Ambrose has him in center field with all that speed. As you're talking about a high schooler, that is a lot of ground to cover out there in the outfield.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of ground here at the Victory Field.
Take us back to the top of the order. It is Chris Gallagher. He singled and scored. Bottom of the first. Again, second inning brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment.
Okay, Chance. Tight on the bat.
So nobody on base. Lewis still pitching from the stretch. You see that more and more in high school baseball. Not a whole lot of kids throwing from the windup anymore.
Yeah, it's, and I feel like it's a comfort thing. Like you've got one set. I don't want to what you want to call it. It is a windup or whatever it is. Prep, so you don't have to change anything when a runner gets on base. You see it a ton in the major leagues, and it's trickled its way down to high school baseball.
Right.
How would you help Lewis get better control of his breaking ball? Because like you said, he's struggled with it all night so far.
Yeah, and I don't know. And there's 4-pitch walk. Not much of a pitching coach here. I'm not sure what to tell him on that one. But it just seems to be that he's having a really tough time on his release point, and the release point seems to be changing quite a bit. At least on his breaking pitch, he hadn't been too bad getting his fastball over, but anytime he tries to change speeds, it's been difficult.
That will bring up Camden Jordan. He walked and scored in the bottom of the first. Shifting a little bit as you see Leffler directly behind the bag at second base there. Great shot by our camera crew. That pitch high and tight for ball one.
Maybe that's why Dan Ambrose is down in the dugout and I'm up here, because the only thing I can say is throw more strikes.
It's a Gallagher going down to second. He's got himself a stolen base. That's stolen base number 2. So now there's another runner in scoring position for the Irish. 1 out runner on second. 5-1 lead. If you're just joining us, long home run by Cade Conlon down the left field line, leading off this inning.
Oh, boy, he had a rip on that one.
He did. He thought, man, if the 8th place hitter can do it, I can do it to the 2nd place hitter.
Jordan had really good swing on that one. Fouled it straight back, but that was a real good swing.
Well, you know, if he can't get his breaking ball over, you're just going to sit there and look to tee off on the fastball.
Yep.
Although he got a decent breaking ball there, as it's a base hit. Is he going to send him? Coach Frigie is going to send him. Hitting the cutoff man, but still the speed of Gallagher comes in, and it is another run for the Irish. Wasn't hit hard, but it was hit in the right spot.
Yeah, I think Asher Thompson must have been playing in a little bit. That was a ball that maybe been playing normal depth you could have got to. But
smart play, too, by Gallagher to make sure it gets through before you take off for third, because the last thing you want is to get doubled off.
Right. Yeah, that's a really good piece of base running by Gallagher.
Reese Kaler is coming up to the plate. He walked also and scored in the first. Heading down to second with another stolen base is Camden Jordan.
So
he's got 2.
Is that 4 stolen bases for the Irish this game?
Yes.
Yeah. Coach Frigie has him off and running.
Very, very aggressive coaching. And I say that in a positive manner. I love it when teams are aggressive on the base pass.
Well, you never really, as the opposing team, you don't know what to expect.
Right.
So it's like you've always got them on their heels. I'm with you. I love aggressive baseball.
Ooh, had him offering at that one, and Kaler is down 0-2.
And that was a really good off-speed pitch by Jason Lewis there. He kept that one in the zone. That was a really good pitch. Maybe he's getting a little more control of that now.
That would be extremely helpful on the Heritage Christian side. Maybe he could get one of those, a strikeout, and now there's 2 outs as Kaler goes down looking.
Nice job by Jason Lewis there to settle down, get that strikeout. It's a big second out of the inning. So now just get that last out and move on to the third.
JT Steiner comes to the plate. He walked and scored in the first.
Of course, that's a big third out looming with Steiner.
The
cleanup batter coming up to bat for the Irish.
And Jordan's out there doing his little dance. And at second base, distracting Lewis. That was a good pickoff move.
Really good pickoff. Close play down there at second base. Good move by Lewis. We'll see if that keeps him a little bit closer to the bag this time.
Better off-speed pitch. That looked like an off-speed pitch.
It was, yeah.
Sometimes it takes a while, but 0-1 to count on Steiner.
You know, we didn't get one of these games last year. It's just fun to be back at Victory Field for a city championship, and you know, none of these kids got to do this last year, and it's just great that we can able to do it this year.
And we got to thank the weather too a little bit, as that's up and inside. Had the weather not thrown things into a loop, this would have been played at Cathedral instead, because now the Indians are on the road. We get to play at Victory Field.
Yeah, how about that? That's worth a week's wait right there.
It is. It is. High and tight again. 2-1 the count. 2 outs again. 6-1 Cathedral over Heritage Christian. You see on the little score bug down there.
Big pitch for Lewis. You don't want to go 3-1.
No. It's a hitter's count for sure. Conlon loved his hitters count. You can see Barnett playing the line over there at third base. Oh, he wanted to offer that one, but he held up, and now it's 3-1.
He was thinking about swinging at that one.
He was.
Just not quite.
He's like, I don't want to walk. I want to swing the bat. And he did, right back into the netting.
Nice swing by Steiner there, just a little bit off the end of the bat, but really good swing.
Runs count full, 3-2, 2 outs. It'll be interesting to see if Jordan takes off here at second base, even without a runner on first.
I'm going to say yes.
And he does. And Steiner walks again, no throw, and to third goes Jordan with another stolen base. That's 3 for him on the day. And we have got Coach Ambrose coming out, and that looks like the day is done for Jason Lewis. We'll see what kind of changes happen here and who comes in to pitch.
See if Lewis ends up going to, I think he normally plays third base. See if Lewis ends up.
He's bringing in a lefty, which is a good move by Coach Ambrose with all the left-handed batters in the lineup for Cathedral. All right, we'll take a break here. We'll come back with the changes. You're watching Championship Baseball on IndianaSRN.
Piper Group Warehouse has a strong commitment to their clients as their logistics provider. If you would like to discover how you can improve your service levels while lowering your overall cost, Piper Logistics Group can help. Call Greg Piper today at 317-396-3916. Piper Logistics Group.
Your hauling or moving project has arrived, and College Hunks Hauling, Junk, and Moving has you covered. Honest. Uniformed. Nice. Knowledgeable. Service. College Hunks Hauling, Junk, and Moving.
Back at Victory Field, pitching change for Heritage Christian. Alex Heiska, a sophomore, lefty on the mound for the Eagles. We'll try and get the other changes to you as well. It does look like Lewis went to third base, so we'll figure out where Barnett is at now. Is Thompson still at short? See if Leffler is still at second. We just need to verify the outfield. Looks like Barnett may have gone to right field for Minitel, but we'll see. Now without a DH, that changes things too in the batting order, but up to bat for Cathedral now, David Ayers. He grounded out to third in the first inning. Lefty against lefty now, as the sophomore Heiska gets his Victory Field debut, and that's ripped into right field, and a run's going to score, and all the way to third base goes Steiner.
Ayers didn't waste any time on that at bat there. First pitch of the evening. Boom.
It was close. He was hacking. And that brings up Andrew Davey. And it's now 7-1 Cathedral.
Go
ahead.
I was going to say, you've got those 2 outs. You really want to keep this game manageable. This is a big guy. You give up too much more, and it's going to get away from you.
Yes, this is the 8th hitter of the inning for Cathedral. 2 men on, already 3 runs in. You want to limit the damage as much as possible. That one was a 55-foot curveball, but airs on the way down to second with yet another stolen base.
That's a good block by Ty Vaughn behind the plate. Keep that ball in front of him and save that run from scoring.
The issue now is a base hit and probably scores 2. And it's right into where the hole is. Can Leffler get over there? No, he can't. And the aggressive base running, Coach Frigie sent both runners off with the contact and aggressive, and both runs score on the hit by Davey.
What a great job of base running there. How often do you see someone score from second base on an infield single?
Yeah. I think the shift played a lot of that because he had to go to his knees to get the ball, so he had to still get up, and if Frigie had him going, he wasn't going to stop.
Yeah, that was really aggressive, really good base running there by the Irish to get both those runs home on an infield single.
Muska at the plate now. That one's chopped foul as Davey was heading to second.
Unfortunately for Jason Lewis, those 2 runs are charged to him.
Yes, that is true. Ripped over to it is Leffler. He'll take it himself. 4 unassisted, but 9 men sent to the plate for Cathedral. They get 5 runs. We'll come back. It is 9-1 Cathedral. You're watching Championship Baseball in IndianaSRN. It is the Burtner Electric third inning here on IndianaSRN as we head to the top of the third. Cathedral 9 runs on 5 hits, no errors. Heritage Christian 1 run on 2 hits. 8, 9, and 1 set to come up for Heritage Christian. Leffler. Minitel is what we think, but we'll see if he got substituted for. And then Asher Thompson. Leffler does come to the plate low, hitting .333 on the year.
So last inning for the Eagles, they put the bat on the ball, but went 3 up and 3 down. Good defense by the Irish. Let's see if they can maybe find a couple holes this half inning and get some base runners.
And just like that, it's 0-2.
Gallagher does such a good job of first pitch strikes and just everything stays in the zone. I don't even know that we've seen a 3-ball count from him tonight.
Chopped. Nice play by Gallagher to get it in front of Ayers. 1-3 on the putout. That'll be the first out. And Cathedral's had a lot of kids come through here. Dylan Peters, Ash Russell, so on and so forth. And it doesn't matter if their ace is a flamethrower or he's a sidewinder like Gallagher. They throw strikes.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about them walking a lot of hitters.
And just again, first pitch strike. We said it earlier. If you're the Eagles, you better get ready to swing the bat when you get up there because you're going to see a lot of strikes.
1-1 the count. Minitel is at the plate. .333 on the year. To first base.
Nice play.
Conlon will take it by himself. 3 unassisted. Shortest baseball game I ever called was here at Victory Field.
Yeah.
Elkhart Central Cathedral for the state title. Ash Russell was pitching for Cathedral, first-round pick of the Royals. The opposing pitcher in the bottom of the first hit one out to right field. 1-0, barely over an hour.
Oh, you're kidding
7
me.
innings, yeah. Keith talks about it all the time. I mean, they just mowed everybody down, but the Elkhart Central pitcher got one pitch, hit it just inside the right field foul pole, and that was the game.
Wow.
Thompson fouls it down the third baseline. We were like, we thought the game just started, and now it's over.
I was at a Cubs game one time and saw Greg Maddox pitch a complete game, only threw 76 pitches, and it was an hour and 37 minutes.
He's unbelievable. Thompson's making some contact, just trying to get it between the white lines there.
Players all stand on the rail at the dugout.
2 quick outs.
And I would say, Gallagher probably hasn't thrown very many pitches either, so he's still really fresh.
Yeah, I bet.
That's it. Oh, right back at us. I don't know if the crowd mic got that one, but that one was right back here.
I think if the coach would have jumped, he could have got that one.
He was diving under the desk again. Ooh, a little bit low. Tried to ring him up. Evens the count at 2. 4 runs in the first, 5 runs in the second for Cathedral. 1 run in the top of the first for Heritage. And that's your score. And there's the strikeout. Looking 3 up, 3 down again in the top of the Burtner Electric third inning. And Gallagher is dealing.
He is dealing, throwing strikes. And when they do put it in play, it's an out.
8-9-1 set to come up for Cathedral. You're watching IndianaSRN.
There's no greater anti-poverty measure than to give a person a job. That helps them start to change that trajectory.
Morales Group is a full-service staffing company that provides temporary labor in the Indianapolis, Central Indiana market.
It was a challenge that was given by my father. He wanted me to give back much more than I had been. Then I realized that when he said more, he wanted me to see how I could give more. And it wasn't just in money, but in time and in services. And that's how the Morales Group was created.
I started off at Morales Group as an intern. I interned for 3 years before going on full-time staff here. What I love most about Morales Group is that big family aspect. I come from a big family in Mexico, and since the company is continuously growing, I feel like there's always a new member of the family that I get to know.
We're willing to give. We're willing to serve others, and we're not expecting something in return.
Come talk to us. We would love to work with you.
Back for the bottom of the third, 9-1 Cathedral. Conlon, Phillips, and Gallagher set to come to the plate for Cathedral. And if you missed the second inning, Cade Conlon left the yard to start off the second inning in a 5-run second. He hit one about 360 foul, and then took a few more pitches, and then hit one about 340 fair for a home run.
Yeah, he left the yard twice.
Yes.
Well, I would expect the Irish to stay really aggressive, try to get base runners, stolen bases. I don't expect anything else.
The one thing I will say, what we've seen from Heiska so far on the mound for Heritage Christian is not a ton of miles per hour, but he's throwing it over the plate.
Mm-hmm.
And so Cathedral knows that. And so they will probably be swinging a lot, as they just did. That one's foul. Early and often they will be swinging.
I tell you what, if you can, especially at this age, but really any age, if you can, you don't have to throw tons of miles per hour. If you can change speeds.
Mm-hmm. You just got to keep hitters off balance.
Yeah. Tom Glavine won 330 games and never threw a fastball over 90 miles an hour.
Yeah, exactly. Maddox's fastball wasn't that fast either.
Nope.
1-1 to count. And, even the greatest hitters of our lifetime fail 7 out of 10 times.
That's right.
So put the ball in play, and sometimes good things happen. Right. Oh, that was headed towards us, but the screen just caught it.
I think I could have got that one.
That's what I would love to tell Little League pitchers when I coach them. There's 7 guys out there behind you with gloves on for a reason. Don't have to strike everybody out.
Right. That was a really off-speed pitch.
Yes. But I love that the mitt still pops on
That's
it,
right.
though.
That's right.
That's one of the best sounds in sports.
I was here one time for an Indians game, sitting right over here to our right, Sean. And there was maybe 6 of us. Between those 6 seats, we caught 3 foul balls in the same game.
That's unbelievable. And there's a leadoff walk for Conlon. I can't even begin to tell you how many games I've been to in my life, major, minor, whatever. I've come close to a foul ball one time. Spring training in Mesa, Arizona. It was probably a row and a half behind me, and I reached back, and I just caught the webbing between my index finger and my thumb. Damaso Garcia of Padres.
Oh, yeah.
Just missed it. Number 9 hitter Will Phillips up. He flew out to center field in the second.
I had both my daughters with me that game, and they were really young at the time, and I think they thought that's how all baseball games were. Right? We always get foul balls. Well, we've been to a lot of games since and never had another one.
They thought it was an Oprah Winfrey game. You get a foul ball, and you get a foul ball, and
everybody gets foul balls.
Oh, there was a great off-speed pitch there.
Tell you what, even down 9-1, the Heritage, everyone's standing up at the rail cheering on their team.
He's got him down 0-2. Oh,
double
chance
play
here. And it is 6-3 double play. Nice job getting the ground ball there for the double play. They turned it over, boy. That is something you don't see a ton of in high school baseball, Wes.
No, and that was a great play by Thompson. Took that, that ball was hit just hard enough. Got to him pretty quick. He could step on the bag and made a great throw to Seth Ambrose over at first base to get that double play.
And I think it was a smart move, too, because he was close enough to the bag that he would have wasted more time trying to toss it as he waited for left fielder to get there. Just take it yourself and plant and throw.
Right.
And strike 1 on Gallagher. Gallagher is 1 for 1. A single, a walk, and 2 runs scored. What a lift this would be for HISCA and the squad if they could get no runs this inning, and now Gallagher's down 0-2.
I tell you what, you said earlier, HISCA's just throwing strikes, and we talked about it a lot, letting your defense play behind you. They just made a great double play and keep on throwing strikes now. Ooh.
And I'll tell you what, you know who's noticing this? Coach Ambrose.
His young sophomore out there throwing strikes. He likes to see it.
Yes. He's saying, I've got another option from the pen now, it looks like.
Tell you what, that ball 1 did not miss by much either.
It did not. And you want to talk about a jolt of energy, not just for the whole team, but for that young kid.
Oh, yeah.
If he could get out of this with a double play and no run scored, boy, he'll float off the field into the dugout.
Yeah, if you could only, face the middle.
Got him! How about that? Alex HISCA, the sophomore, and look at the teammates coming to congratulate him. What an inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base at the end of the Burtner Electric third inning. It's still 9-1 Cathedral. Come back on IndianaSRN.
What a way to end the inning. That was awesome.
That was awesome.
And you only...
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. This land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Top of the fourth here in downtown Indianapolis. Victory Field is the place. City Championship is the game. Cathedral leads Heritage Christian 9-1. It is the KOA Campground's fourth inning. Thank you so much for sponsoring high school sports here on IndianaSRN. And I believe if you say you heard about KOA on IndianaSRN, you get a free bundle of firewood.
Really?
I believe that is the case.
Well, I heard about KOA on IndianaSRN.
There you go. Well, you got to tell them that, too. You're going to go out to your car, there's going to be a bundle of wood there.
That's right.
Ty Vaughn set to lead off for the Eagles. He sacrificed in the first, moved Asher Thompson to second base. Got a run scored on a Seth Ambrose single.
So there's a foul ball hit to the... Ooh!
Gallagher looked like he tried to do a kick save there, and probably glad he didn't hit it.
Foul ball hitting that section over there. There's only two people sitting in that section, but it went right over. They had to duck their head to get out of the way. It's like that ball had eyes.
Nice hit there by Ty Vaughn. You ready? I read this, and I promise you it's true. Richie Ashburn was playing for the Cubs, hit a foul ball that hit a lady in the stands. She wasn't paying attention, so they had to stretcher her out. As they're stretchering her out, I think that's the word, stretchering her out, taking her out on the stretcher, he hits a foul ball and hits her again.
No way.
Same lady twice. Once in her seat, once on the stretcher.
Okay, so that's not funny, but that is
It's the
okay,
60s, so yeah, it is funny.
Wow.
Nice job there by Jason Lewis.
Do you think the guys in the dugout were like, I bet you can't hit her again?
That's what I say. I'm full of completely useless knowledge like that. Right back to, this going to be a tough play by Gallagher. Nice job going on the other side of the foul line to make the throw to avoid hitting the runner. Smart play by Gallagher.
What a great play. I mean, just really smart. You can just tell his baseball IQ is really high. Just a really smart play. And that's a tough play to make. You're on the opposite side of the foul line. Really good play.
It's tough for Conlon, too, because you know that runner's coming your way, so you got to get that throw and get that arm out of the way so you don't get hit either.
Yep.
Ambrose, the lone RBI for Heritage Christian, singled in the first, got caught stealing at second, however. That one's up in the air, camping under its Kaler. He's got it. He'll throw it back to the cutoff man.
Ambrose put a good swing on that one.
Going the opposite way there. Zane Barnett will come up. He grounded out to the first baseman, Conlon, to lead off the second. Now, give Heritage credit. You know, they know that Gallagher's throwing strikes. They're not wasting a ton of time.
No. Yeah, and that's exactly what you got to do.
See it and hit it, right?
That's exactly right.
Good pitch there by Gallagher.
It's almost like Gallagher is gaining velocity as the game goes on. Those last two pitches had some zip on them.
We saw a kid come in, and I'm not sure exactly who it was. He's a lefty. I think it might have been Eamon Hayes, 18. Just the easiest windup you ever saw, and was just throwing pills. Easy heat. Ground out to second there for the third out of the inning. But they do get a hit. Nobody left on base. At the end of the 3.5, as we like to say, it is 9-1 Cathedral. Let's see what Heiska can do coming back. You're watching Championship Baseball on IndianaSRN.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. His land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
back for the bottom of the KOA Campground's fourth inning. It is 9-1 Cathedral, the number 1 seeded Irish over Heritage Christian. 9 runs on 5 hits for the Irish, one of which left the building like Elvis from Cade Conlon in the second inning. 2, 3, and 4 coming up for Cathedral, but only 3 batters against IHSAA, the sophomore, which we think, according to what we've looked at with the stats we have, is his first varsity outing on the mound.
Yeah, we haven't seen any. We don't have any stats for him pitching, so yeah, we think it is. And boy, is he really coming in a big game. I mean, you're a sophomore, and all of a sudden you're playing at Victory Field in a city championship, and he's pitched really good.
He has. He's pitched really, really well. Let's see what he can do against the heart of the order. Camden Jordan is 1 for 1 with a single and a walk, 2 runs scored. You can see Lewis playing even with the bag at third. Jordan is speedy. That off-speed pitch. It seems, I don't want to call it an ephus because it's not, but it's just.
It is kind of like an ephus pitch, isn't it?
Yeah. And for those of you that aren't sure what an ephus pitch is, there's kind of some you can go look up in the olden days where they would literally like lob it with arc
almost
to
like
throw the hitters off.
Almost like a slow pitch softball.
Exactly.
I can remember Phil Necro throwing an ephus pitch, and that was as most recently as the 80s.
Ripped down the third base line of foul, because you'll see batters like when they're in the box, they start their stance. They start to come back and to set, get ready. As the pitcher's in his windup, because you want to be able to come in with the pitch because of the speed of the pitch, you throw their brain off completely if all of a sudden that thing's coming in at 40 miles an hour.
Yep.
I mean, when Anthony Rizzo can strike out Freddie Freeman.
Did you see that?
That was unbelievable. It's the changing speeds that throws hitters. It's the timing. It's all about the timing.
The reigning National League MVP.
Yes. Got struck out by a first baseman. Tough play there. E6 on Thompson. Yeah, Anthony Rizzo has thrown 2 innings in his career and has an ERA of 0.00.
Really?
Yes. I think he needs to retire.
I still have a feeling he's not going to pitch a whole lot.
No, probably not. Reese Kaler comes up to the plate. He walked and scored in the first. He struck out looking in the second.
Now, I'm not sure we're even supposed to talk about this.
Uh-oh.
But, in high school baseball, you do have a 10-run rule for 5 innings. So if you're Heritage, you know what? You want to play 7 innings at Victory Field.
That's the victory right now for them.
You want to play 7 innings at Victory Field. So it's really important. They're down 9-1. It's really important to, make sure they don't get 2 more runs.
Jordan with another stolen base. That one was a lot closer, but Jordan heads down to second. His 4th stolen base on the evening.
That's amazing.
Wow.
5th for the team, but he has 4. Or even more than 5.
7th for the team.
Oh, man.
7 stolen bases.
Well, you think about it. You move up 90 feet 7 different times. That's a really big deal in a game.
It is. And IHSAA does have a little bit of a slower motion towards home. Not that that's, his fault or anything, but that's going to be ripped foul.
You do see IHSAA with more of a kind of a slide step to home plate with runners on. That doesn't have quite the high leg kick as what he does when runners when nobody's on base. But it's still a slower delivery to home.
I like what the senior Ty Vaughn's doing here. He's going out and talking to him, kind of saying, okay, here's where we're at. That pitch got ripped. That's not where we wanted it. Got a runner on second. Here's what we want to do. Love the senior leadership of Vaughn there.
And again, all that is strike 2.
Yep. It's like those little bloopers that fall in between fielders.
Right.
It's a line drive in the box score.
It's a hit.
Off-speed pitch, great block by Vaughn to keep the runner at second.
He's had a couple of those good blocks to keep the ball in front of him.
Boy, is there better view, the ballpark with the skyline of Indianapolis out over the outfield wall. I mean, my goodness.
I can remember going to the old Busch Stadium on 16th Street. And while that was a fun place to watch a game, it was nothing like this, right? This is just beautiful.
I actually moved here just before they built this, so I did actually get to go to Busch Stadium. Thompson heading over to first with the throw. Nice play. Recovered well there on the play. Smothered it, kept it in front of him, and made the out.
Man, we've seen Thompson make a couple really good plays, but he's got a really good arm out there at shortstop. He kept that ball in front of him, just like you said, and then just threw it on a rope over to Seth Ambrose at first base to get the first out of the inning.
And with the runner on second, that's the key, is to keep the ball in the infield. Keep it in front of you. Even if you don't get the runner, the run doesn't score. And Steiner finally put the bat on the ball after walking twice. It's going to be a fly ball. He's going to send the runner. Good throw. That was a good throw. Didn't get him because Jordan is quick, but that was a nice throw.
I didn't think it was going to be that close at the plate. That was a close play at the plate.
Yeah. I'm trying to see what number that is out there in right field. Is that Barnett?
Yep.
That was a pretty good throw.
That was a really good throw.
Sack fly, though, for Steiner and another RBI. And that'll bring up David Ayers. Nobody on, 2 out. Nice pitch.
Another first pitch strike by IHSAA.
Ayers 1 for 2, singled and scored in the second. I like what we're seeing from this kid.
It is. He's fun to watch. And like we talked about, not a lot of velocity, but he changes speeds. And as long as you can change speeds, it doesn't matter what level you're at. If you can change speeds, you're going to be successful.
I'm telling you, if I were coaching 10, 11, 12, 13-year-olds, fastball changeup.
Yeah.
There's no need to ruin your arm by trying to throw a curveball that early. It's completely unnecessary.
Yeah, there's no reason. But we talked about Tom Glavine a little bit earlier. He was a fastball changeup guy almost his entire career. In like I said, 330 wins.
That's a high fly ball. That's going to be a tough play. It might drift foul. It does. What a play by Holloway. We think that's Holloway out there. He ran into the wall.
He's moving a little slow after hitting the wall there.
Hope he's okay.
I don't know if he's trying to get the ball.
Is he trying to get the ball? Are they going to say he touched that in fair territory? There's no way.
There's no way he did.
That is Luke Holloway out there. The umpires are out there.
That was definitely a foul ball.
The third base ump out there.
I'm not sure what they're talking about.
Yeah, I thought that was clearly foul.
Have a lot of umpires in the stands that know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, there's always those, right? And I believe they did call it a foul ball.
Yeah, that's the right call.
Great hustle, though, by Holloway to get over there because he's shading towards center field.
Yeah, with the left-handed batter. He had a long way to go. And, again, this is a big field. They probably haven't played on a field quite this big all season. Oh. He covered that ground and made that a close play. He might –
He's shading a little bit over there now. Yeah, I think that wall's padded all the way to the top. At least I hope it is.
Yeah, he ran into that pretty good.
He did. Another strike. Fouled back. It makes me think of, I was watching the White Sox and Yankees, and this kid from the Yankees came in to play right field. First time into a game. Foul ball going towards that way, and the White Sox had this box that stuck out just a little bit. I don't know if it's a utility box. He ran into it. Nice play by Ambrose, unassisted for the out. Messed up his knee, never played again.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, it was awful. But one run scores on a sacrifice fly by J.T. Steiner. It's 10-1 at the end of 4. You are watching championship baseball right here from beautiful Victory Field on IndianaSRN.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. You know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year, all sorts of sports. Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@IndianaSRN.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
We're heading to the top of the fifth here at Victory Field. It's the city championship. Number 1 seed Cathedral up 10-1 on Heritage Christian. Stay with us, though, on IndianaSRN. We will go off air, but we'll come back for the county championship after this game is over. I believe it's 30 minutes. Brebeuf Jesuit versus Lawrence North. Keith Myers, Bill Ludlow on the call. I'm Sean Crawl. Joining me is Wes Snyder for this city championship game. Ethan Baker, the 6th batter in the lineup, set to hit for Heritage Christian here in the Piper Logistics top of the 5th.
I tell you what, definitely tune back in. We watched this Heritage Christian team play Brebeuf last week, and they are a good team.
They are. Slapped into left field, and almost caught almost caught Kaler off guard, almost over his head, but he did get it for the out.
He charged that one, and I think it kind of sailed on him a little bit and had to back up real quick and jump up and get that.
It's a good thing he's a taller kid, or Baker might still be running. Holloway comes to the plate now. He grounded out to second. In the second, takes a strike.
Another first pitch strike by Gallagher.
He does not mess around.
You know, I love the fact that he just pitches so fast. Especially, you know, even watching the major leaguers, you get some guys that are taking 18, 20 seconds in between pitches.
It's brutal.
And that's why those games last 3 hours and 20 minutes. This kid here, he gets the ball and he fires it. I love that.
Ooh, almost got him. I was listening to a podcast where Theo Epstein was on it because he works for Major League Baseball now. And he was explaining, using data, why they're trying certain things in the major leagues to help speed the game up as Holloway strikes out. And some of them I didn't care for, but once he explained them, they make sense.
Right.
And so,
was it mostly to speed up the game?
I think it's to speed up the game, and it's to try and get fans more engaged, because they said one of the things they said was the top 3 most exciting plays for fans are triples, doubles, and stolen bases.
Okay.
And what do we see the least of? Triples and stolen bases.
Right.
So the things they're trying to kind of go that direction, and it was really interesting the way it was framed.
I'm going to have to listen to that. I'm a big Theo Epstein fan.
Yes. Leffler, ground ball to third. That's going to be a tough play. Going to fire it over there and got him. Wow.
Nice play by Leffler.
Good play by Ayers.
Oh, Ayers, I'm sorry.
To get him out. And that'll do it for the Piper Logistics top of the 5th. If Cathedral gets one on the bottom of the 5th, it'll be over. Come back and see if it happens on IndianaSRN.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Six, 7, and 8 set to come to the plate for the Irish here in the bottom of the 5th. It's the IUPUI Sports Innovation Institute bottom of the 5th. Thank you so much to IUPUI for sponsoring high school sports right here on Indiana SRN. I'd like to thank our cameraman, Chance Middleton, and Riley Thomason for the great work they're doing today. Our producer, Jerry Collins, as well. As great job by IHSAA coming in. He's only given up 1 run since he's come into the game. So what a great job by that young man.
Yeah, he's pitched a really, really good game. And again, how much excitement for that? You're a sophomore. You might have even thought you were going to be able to play tonight, let alone pitch 3 solid innings.
If he was in Little League, he'd be getting the game ball for sure.
That's right.
Davies 1 for 2. He singled in the second. High for ball 1. They're definitely shading him towards the left side.
And again, if you're Heritage, right now your goal is you don't want to give up that run and make this game end. What can we do? Let's play 6 innings. Let's play 7 innings. Whatever that is.
Yes.
Get some confidence and just no runs.
Count even at 1 there. Fouled straight back. I've been looking on the outfield fence. I don't see the SRN sign anywhere. Was Keith not able to get that up anywhere?
Yeah. Coach not doing his job or what?
That's it. I love the berm out there with the picnic and the grass. That's just so neat. So many minor league stadiums have copied that.
Right.
My hometown Peoria Chiefs have done the same thing right there on the riverfront. And it's this ballpark is like the Camden Yards of minor leagues. It was one of the newer ballparks, and it set the standard, and everybody else is just kind of trying to catch up since then.
I bet when my girls were younger, probably, 6-8 years in a row, we would come down here on the 4th of July, sit on the berm, have a picnic, watch the fireworks here, then you can just turn around and watch them downtown.
That's awesome.
It's so cool. They do such a good job down here.
Full count now on Davey. Camden Yards is my favorite non-Wrigley Park I've been to.
Okay.
One of my goals is to go to every MLB stadium. I've been to about half of them. But that's top for sure. As Davey swings at it, and out there to catch it is the second baseman, Leffler. So that's fly out to position 4. Petco Park is probably my second.
Okay, I've never been to that one.
That's San Diego. And then tied for 3rd is Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. Great American Ballpark is a really nice park.
It is really good. Have you been to Philadelphia?
I have not yet.
I don't know if it's still Citizens Bank.
I think it may be, yeah.
It's a baseball-only stadium. It's kind of like Great American. It's a baseball-only stadium. It's a newer stadium, but it is really good. It's a great stadium to watch a game. Of course, I'm really old school. Of course, Wrigley's fantastic. Fenway Park is an amazing place to watch.
I've not been there yet.
Amazing place to watch a baseball game.
Ball 1 there to Aiden Muska. He's 0 for 2. I have been to a couple that are no longer around. I went to Old County Stadium in Milwaukee as swinging strike there. Went to Old Tiger Stadium before they tore it down. Old Busch Stadium. Old Synergy Field, Riverfront, whatever you want to call it. So those are 4 that I've been to. That Old Comiskey.
Well, the Old Tiger Stadium might be the best one there. That's just.
There's a rip. Muska gets off the schneid and gets a base knock there. Man, they made that for smaller people. I will say that as a big person. But I had to, before my brother and I went together. It was the last year of Tiger Stadium. I told him, I said, I got to go up into the last row of right field to get a feel for what it was like when Reggie Jackson hit that home run in the 71 All-Star game. Looks like we're going to have a runner here for Muska, who's the DH. Trying to catch the number on that. It is. He turned around just in time for me not to see it. Does it look like 15 to you?
It does look like 15.
It's Aiden Muska. That's not correct. Huh. It's Aiden. I have Aiden Muska as
I think our roster there.
Our roster is a little off.
Yeah.
Riley, you're going to follow that runner all the way to second base.
All right. Well, is that a 15?
I think it looks like 15.
It's 15.
My old eyes. Okay. Well.
Okay, so
I hope it hasn't been. Conlon put a charge into another one, and they're deep, and that's going to be over their heads. Almost. That hit the warning track, and that might be a triple as Conlon was trying to go deep twice. My goodness.
Boy, he hit that ball 400 feet.
That young man can put a charge into it, and that is the ball game because it's now 11-1, and the 10-run rule in high school makes that a ball game as Conlon put he hit that one further than he did the home run.
He did. That one, I mean, it landed on the warning track. He hit that 400 feet.
Oh, yeah. He hit it out there at the right side of the scoreboard.
Yep.
So you can see the tip of the caps from both squads with both squads there. And, boy, this team from Cathedral can swing the bats. But, great job there by IHSAA. Just a couple of big hits there. Just one or two really was the difference. He did a great job coming in relief of Jason Lewis, who gave up 8 or 9 of those runs.
Right.
So,
yeah, IHSAA just pitched a great. Those last 3 innings that he pitched were really fantastic. I mean, to see the sophomore come out there and throw strikes, throw some off-speed pitches, he was fun to watch. And of course, this Cathedral team is just fantastic.
They are. They're really good.
They real aggressive on the base pass all night long. They swung the bat great. There was a couple errors in the game, but both by Heritage. Cathedral didn't make an error. They just a solid baseball team. Hats off to them to really play a great game here in the city championship.
This post-game show is brought to you by Heartland Payment Systems. Great pitching by Chris Gallagher. He was fantastic on the mound for Cathedral. As you will see, the trophy presentation down here by Ted Hampton. He's part of the city, or he's part of the county alliance, but he's going to present the second place trophy to Heritage Christian. So here's what's going to happen. When we're done here, we're going to go off the air for 30 minutes, come back, and then the county championship will be right here on IndianaSRN. Brebeuf Jesuit versus Lawrence North. Bill Ludlow and Keith Myers on the call. And now the city championship will be awarded to the Cathedral Irish as they win it yet again. I'm not sure where the streak is at this point, but it's up there.
In 2018, Heritage won it. In 2018, and I think in 2019, Cathedral won it. And then, of course, in 2020, we didn't have it.
Right. That is correct. And you can see Cathedral now as they'll sing the fight song, I believe, as is their custom. But you can see the grounds crew out there getting ready for the county championship. Final thoughts, Wes?
Well, my biggest final thought is that, usually the varsity team, JV will play first and varsity play second. But when it comes to announcing this evening, you have the varsity team first.
I mean, I'd like to think so, but one of the bosses is doing game
Coach.
2, so.
Don't tell Coach. No, I tell you what, honestly, Sean, Cathedral played a great game. After a couple rough, Heritage gave up 9 runs in the first 2 innings. Those last 3 innings, they settled down. They made a game of it. They played them pretty even those last 3 innings. It was a fun game to watch. Cathedral's a really fun team to watch, and they're going to be right there for another state championship. I mean, they're a solid team.
For our cameraman, Riley Thomason and Chance Middleton, for our producer, Jerry Collins, for my broadcast partner, Wes Snyder, your final here from Victory Field. Cathedral wins the city championship 11-1. I'm Sean Kroll. Good night and God bless.